Hello, I'm Tasni Firdaus. I am an almost graduate from University of Manitoba. Hopefully I should be graduated by February. I finished my master's in landscape architecture from the Faculty of Architecture. Ooh, fashion designing. I don't think it was something that I ever got into because I am a very tiny person. So from a very young age, I used to make my own clothes. So that's basically how I learned. It's just years and years of making my own clothes, figuring out the right patterns, the right fit, the right cut. And then I think when I finished studying architecture, when I finished studying my bachelor's in architecture, I started working at this firm, and obviously because I was a junior then, I didn't really have a lot of projects in hand. So I had a bit of free time and I thought, okay, since I always got compliments for the clothes that I designed for myself, why don't I just make some and see if there is an appeal for the kind of stuff that I'm designing. So that's kind of how it got started. On I think 2015 of March, so in 2025 it will be 10 years, but that's just how, just for fun, just as a hobby, I started Warehouse Bangladesh. I think for me it's more like a burst of idea that I get. Suddenly I see something and I'll get inspired. But most of the designs that I do are very pattern based. So it's usually a surface pattern that I design first and then see what kind of cut would those patterns look the best in. So it's always the print, which I call them doodles because they're not very refined. They're mostly just scribbles which are just later on turned into patterns for textile. So it's the pattern first and then the material that I want to work with and the cuts that I want to have, and then it would go, I think, at least like 3-4 trials of having the tailor make the first sample, and it would go through different tests of how it looks on a female body, not the body that we usually see, but the body of an actual woman with curves, height difference, and all of that. So I want clothes to fit people right, not people to think that, oh, I need to fit into that dress. The dress needs to fit the person who's wearing it. So we'll go through at least 2-3 trials of that, and then at least like 2-3 weeks of printing or like developing the print and then printing the pattern on the fabric, finding the right fabric, making the fabric, trying out the pattern, trying out the fit on a human body, and then finally we will do a photo shoot and then go into production. It's places and people. It's very much inspired by what I see on a day-to-day basis just around me. I think one of the first prints that we worked with were just cars, like the wooden cars that kids play with, just nothing, just shapes. So that was one of the first doodles that I designed, or like vintage telephones. We had trucks, the Bangladeshi trucks, the colorful trucks that we have, rickshaws. So things like that. Though now I have moved a bit into florals, maybe because I'm studying landscape architecture and I'm surrounded by plants and flowers all the time. But yeah, I would say it's places, nature, and maybe sometimes people as well. I think this is the toughest. Finding that balance where you want to make something that you love and that you personally like. And it can happen so many times that you design something which you think is amazing, but then people don't like it. I think I try to put myself as a buyer. What would I like? For example, almost all of the products that I design, all of the clothes that I design have pockets. So women need pockets, women want pockets. So we don't really have that. So I just think, what can I give people which they don't have, which they want? And obviously colors are one thing. I think colors brighten up people's lives. So I try to see, or I try to make a combination of all of that. And I don't think I can say that the things that I design are very commercially successful, because I do understand that people are kind of gravitating towards minimalist or like colors like black, gray, blue. So I would say that I have a very niche group of people to whom my designs actually appeal to. But those people, I don't think they really follow the commercial trends of fashion. So I think it just luckily works out for me. Absolutely, absolutely. So I am from Bangladesh. It's a very hot, it's a very warm, very humid country. And I try to choose materials which are, one, locally sourced products, or materials that are, how do I say it, breathable fabrics. So cotton is one of my first choices. I have worked with silk. But again, with the weather that, or the group of people who live in a country where it's very hot and humid, I try to provide things which are comfortable for them. So cotton is always my first choice. Then I have worked with handloom products. Recently I have tried synthetic products because I've been exploring digital printing. So I think that's because the kind of material that you have changes the kind of pattern you would have of the dress, the flow of the dress. So obviously it plays a huge part, but I think I choose the material first and then I do the design. I don't think they do. I like to design things which are not trendy, but things that you can wear again and again and again. So yeah, I wouldn't say I'm very much swayed by fashion trends, though I do follow color trends. What colors are more popular, what colors are more in trend. So with colors I would do that, but in terms of fashion, probably not so much. Going with the classic cuts, going with function over what looks best, going for comfort over what's in trend, and obviously trying to be as sustainable as I possibly can, in the sense, like as a small company, there isn't really much I can do, but I try to use materials and I try to source products in a way that it doesn't harm the nature, it doesn't harm the environment. And yeah, I think that is something which people also can wear them again and again, so that also adds value, because the quality, it's quality over quantity. So yeah, I would say cuts, product, quality materials, and how it's made. I would actually say trying to manage it remotely. It's not just like one particular design, but I would say since I've been here, studying here, that has been the biggest challenge, to run a small scale business from across the globe with a time difference of 11-12 hours, having the materials or the samples shipped to me, checking them here and then sending them back. I would say that has been the most challenging part of running Warehouse Bangladesh.
Are you the founder of Warehouse Bangladesh?
Yes, I am the founder and I'm the designer, but we do have a few design interns working with us. I want to say I don't. it has happened to me so many times that I know, like I always have a schedule that I need to have the designs ready by this time so that I can send them for sample production in this time, but I'm always or almost always running behind because I don't get the idea or the inspiration to hit me. And I think I just do things which are not related to design for a bit, and then I feel like it just naturally comes to me that, oh, I get an idea from doing something absolutely unrelated, irrelevant to fashion or design in any way, and I would just see something and I'd feel like, oh, that's a good color palette, let's work with that. Yeah, that's what I do. I just stay away from it. I try not to think about it. Again, I don't think it's related to design, but during pandemic, when people were letting go of people, we did not have to do that. Again, as a very small company, small scale, we were scared because we could see like much bigger companies were struggling. We didn't have to let go of anybody. We had huge festivals like Eid and Bengali New Year, and we provided everyone with bonuses. We raised money. We raised a big chunk of money for people who were in need of food and essentials. So, and I could not have done that if it wasn't for Warehouse. So, I would say as a human being, maybe not just as a designer, but I would say that was the most, like the happiest moment of my professional life. Going towards sustainable design. I think, obviously we do have fast fashion, lots of fast fashion, and I wish I did not. But I think I can see a genuine big change in the direction of sustainable design. People working with materials that are locally produced, people working with materials that are sustainably produced, people trying to wear products, use designs that are sustainably made. So I am hoping that we're going in that direction. Find your own identity as a designer. I know trends are good, trends sell fast, trends attract more people, but if you want to be satisfied with yourself as a designer, find out who you are as a designer, find out what you want to show through your designs, what you want to achieve through your designs, and stay true to that. It will be hard, you will feel like you're not succeeding, you will feel like it's not working out, but trust me, in the long run, it will work out. I think I would like to explore. So we usually design casual outfits, casual clothes, day-to-day wears. But I think I would like to explore designs which are more exclusive, which explore different kinds and different media of design, and which is more authentic to Bangladesh. Yeah, might, which will allow me to explore like more fabrics, more artisans. Yeah, that's where I would like to go for the 11th year. Yes, you can find Warehouse on Instagram, warehouse_Bangladesh. We're on Facebook as well, WEARHOUSE. So wear, like wearing, wear. So Warehouse, it's the wordplay, not WARE. And then there's also the website warehouse.love. So www.warehouse.love. So you can find us there. And then we ship worldwide, so you could always order online and have it delivered to you. Yeah. And then if you know me, you can find me.
that was the first episode of the Manitoban Creators Corner. We will try to do this every week, featuring artists, photographers, painters, cinematographers, video editors, and content creators at the U of M. Uh, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and visit www.themanitoban.com and stay updated with campus news and events.